Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Generative AI Masterclass. So in previous session, what we have seen, we were going through with the basic stuff and we have started a particular topic that is the transformer architecture. And what exactly the transformer is, this is the, you can say, base of generative AI. Without transformer architecture, this is not possible. And if we are going to have the discussion about the transformer, then there are two building blocks, attention and MLP. Attention, that is, you can say, retaining the context. MLP, to fetch the information from the external world. Uh, think, guys, please go on mute if you are not speaking. Okay, so attention is something what I mentioned, retaining the context, and MLP is nothing but you can say fetch the external information in order to serve serve. We can take it in this particular way. You can take it in this particular way. If say I asked you what is generative AI and you are going to refer a particular book, and from that particular book or say internet you are going to fetch that information and provide that information to me. So it is going to fetch the external information in order to serve, in order to, you can say, provide you the more details and all. So there are two building blocks inside the transformer architecture, and we will be discussing about these particular two things in details. Now I'm having a particular slide deck and I have prepared it for you. Now over here, if we are going through with this particular slide deck and what this particular slide is showing. So over here, if we are able to see, say the morning light streamed through the window. Okay. And over here, what I'm trying to say, just I'm going to copy and paste these particular things over here, and then you will see the more context. Okay, so over here the main stuff what I want to show, like predicting the next word, predicting the next word. So what this particular, you can say, attention or MLP is going to provide, these particular two blocks are going to provide me a base so that I will be able to predict the next word. Okay, or token, you can take it in this particular way. Okay, the morning light streamed through the window. Okay, so window is the predicted word over here. And what we are able to get, what is the, you can say, intent, or you can say the information, or what is the context basically from this particular line. It is nothing but brightness. You just try to focus over here, and you will be able to get, this is not, you can say, rocket science. You just need to pay attention over here. Now the suitcase is surprisingly light for its, and over here what I'm going to say predict, that is nothing but size. Even like we can predict different words over here. Let me copy this particular sentence. and I will try to say paste it over here in the chat GPT. Yeah. And let me start a new chat, and I can mention over here what can be the answer over here. You just need to provide multiple options to fill in the blank. Okay, so just have a look over here. These are the options of what I can fill with respect to this particular sentence. And surprisingly, we are able to get size as well over here. So the suitcase is surprisingly light, or says the we can remove this because surprisingly probably okay, it is not there. Okay, surprisingly light for its size, dimension, capacity, volume, appearance, build, construction, sturdiness, strength, weight class, okay, frame, overall bulk. Okay, so these are the next words what I can fit over here, but which one I need to pick, that is depending upon the complete, you can say, context. I can't put like the color and all, like uh, the this particular word is depending upon this particular complete information now. Okay, so I'm trying to retain the context over here, and I quoted a particular example like say colorful Indian festival, and if I'm having a blank space, so we as a human are able to get that this is holy. Okay, but uh, colorful Indian festival, and I'm going to ask it to chat GPT, yeah, and I will repeat the question. So over here I will be going to edit it, and what can be the best answer, and just have a look. It will provide me the different options. Okay, even like I'm not able to think. If we need a noun, then these are the options. If you need the festival name, so these are the festival names. And if you need an adjective after it, so these are the options over here. So you can see like we are having the different options, but which one is correct, that is depending upon what, then that is depending upon certain external knowledge as well. So I'm providing two information over here. First is retaining the context. Okay, so based upon this particular, you can say, sentence, I'm able to, if I'm able to retain the context, then I will be able to predict the next word. So I'm going to break these two components into, you can say, two different tasks. Attention. So if you are having one sentence, so retaining the context of that particular sentence, paragraph, essay, whatever you want to take, is the task of attention block. And once you need to predict something, if it is not available at that moment, it will fetch it from its knowledge base. It can utilize any other source, and then it will be able to serve. Okay, so two aspects are there: retaining the context, and then fetching the information, fetch the external information in order to serve. In order to serve. Okay, So external information, from where we are getting this particular information. Okay, so colorful in Indian festival, and it has given say Holi, Diwali, okay, and say these. Okay, let me take these three festivals. So it is able to fetch say three festivals, but which one is correct based upon this particular context? So you can see the importance of these two blocks, attention and MLP. Both of these two blocks are really very important. One is going to retain the context, and another one is going to fetch the correct keyword or word in order to serve. And it may utilize, let me mention it, MLP is nothing but neural network which will fetch the information from external source, and over here external source, it can be what? It can be say knowledge base, it can be say news website, it can be Wikipedia, it can be internet, or it can be say social portals data, it can be org specific data. Okay, so we know attention is going to retain the context, and retaining the context in order to serve, in order to predict the next word. And if and previously we were not able to do this. Before the transformer architecture, we were able to predict based upon the given values, and the prediction is in terms of stats. Okay, we are not able to generate new information. This is nothing but information generation. I can't say prediction over here, but fetching the correct, you can say, information, or generating the correct information, what I can say. Okay, so previously this particular stuff was not possible. You can take it in this particular way, like if you are having say employee data, that is employee data, say employee name, age, experience, okay, and salary. Okay, so if you are having these particular information, age, experience, and salary, and if you have the information about say 1000 people, and say 1001 person came who is having age and experience, so based upon this particular calculation, so what you will do, say you are having this particular data, so you will create a relation or generate a relation or mathematical equation, what I can say, mathematical equation which shows relationship, which shows mathematical equation which shows say age and experience is equal to say salary. Okay, in what ratio, which will shows the ratio with respect to salary. I don't want to say equal to. So over here, if I'm having an employee data, or I'm having the organization employee data, and say 1000 employee data is there. Okay, now I'm able to generate a relation between, say, age, experience, and salary. So I'm able to create a mathematical equation. A mathematical equation, what it shows the relationship. Say how, in what ratio, age and experience are are impacting on top of the salary. Now, if I'm having, say, 1001 employee, another employer, basically the new joiner, say, and if I'm having, say, age and experience information, then what I will do on this, I will apply the this particular mathematical equation, okay, and calculate the salary. The salary. So this was possible earlier, and this is the stuff what we are doing in machine learning and deep learning. We are just going to calculate a relationship between the features and labels. Features and labels. So feature is nothing but the input, and label is nothing but output. So what I what I'm willing to say over here, inside the ML and DL, ML and DL stuff, machine learning and deep learning stuff, we are having input, which is known as feature, and we are having output, which is known as a label. So we are trying to calculate a mathematical equation, which is which is describing the relationship between feature and label for the known data. And if I'm having some unknown data, so I will apply that mathematical equation and I will be able to predict the next, you can say, information. But I'm not able to generate the new content. If someone is saying, say, age and experience and salary is there, you just need to fetch the information where like the person is living. Can I do that? So probably like it is not possible with the help of machine learning if like the relationship is not there. But over here, with the help of the transformer architecture, we are able to generate the new content. Okay, and how we are able to generate the new content, basically that is also a mathematical stuff, and that's what we are going to learn in our upcoming sessions. So that is also a mathematical thing, but we are able to generate the new information now. So over here, if you are going to take this particular example, uh, say colorful Indian festival. Over here, this particular example is given. Now, if we are going to say share this particular example to anyone like who is not having the information about Indian festivals, so he will not be, he or she will not be able to provide the context or provide the information or generate this particular Holi or Diwali or Teja. But over here, with the help of the transformer architecture, first we are going to retain the context. And what is the meaning of retaining the context? Basically, say if we are talking about only colorful, so the whole is not coming into the picture, or this is not a stuff like which I can consider in my mind. If I'm talking about Indian, so it is nothing. So Indian can be anything. Indian citizen, Indian, you can say, products, Indian festivals, Indian agricultures, Indian mountains, Indian rivers. It can be anything. But like the festival, and there are a lot of festivals throughout the world. Like, so what is being happening, until unless we are not, you can say, retaining the context, if we are not keeping this particular sentence completely, if we are not containing it, will not be able to generate this particular information. So first we are going to trying to retain the context, and retaining the context, like how we are going to retain the context, that will learn. uh, and now if we are having the context, then based upon this particular context, what we are going to do, we are trying to look up it from the knowledge base, and knowledge base can be anything. Okay, it can be say new or action source, basically, or action source can be anything. We have mentioned these particular things, and we are we are, you can say, fetching the information now. And if I ask, say, can you tell me the knowledge base as well? So, or I just add one line as festival and share the information source as well. Source as well. Basically, from where it is fetching this particular information. Okay. So over here, if you are able to see, say the sources is this, and over here this website is, there are two websites which is providing this particular information. Correct. So what is being happening over here? I'm retaining the context, that is nothing but an attention phase, and then based upon that particular context, I'm trying to look up from the external source, and external source can be anything, and I will fetch the information, required information, and that will be nothing but generation of new information, guys. Although like it is a little bit, you can say, lengthy uh, context, but it's really very easy to understand. Like we have gone through with a long route in order to get the understanding, but it's very simple. Just you need to think onto the two keywords, attention and MLP. Attention is nothing but retaining the context, and the MLP, multi-layer perceptron, is nothing but fetching the external information. And external information can be external source of information can be anything. We have mentioned some of the sources over here, but we can have many more. Like we can take the reference from the books as well, we can take the reference from the sayings as well, and all a lot of things are there, but main motto is to fetch the information from the external source in order to generate the new content. I'm taking a pause over here. If you guys are having any doubt, any confusion, you can ask. Anurag, Vipin, Nikhil, Harshit, is it fine with everyone? Are you able to get?
Yes.
What about you, Anurag, Harshit, and Vipin?
Yes, Ashok. Actually, yeah, this is
Yes,
okay.
sir. Okay.
But actually, one more query about this. Like, actually, we have like missed some session. Like, videos are not there.
Okay, it
So,
will be shared. It will be shared. You just need to refer the YouTube, you can search playlist, and it will be uploaded over there.
okay, fine. So,
Okay, perfect. So this is the attention and MLP. Now, attention and MLP, and probably with the help of these particular examples, you will be able to get the insight. And why this particular, why we are able to generate the new information? This is possible because of the Google research paper, which was published in 2017. Attention, all that you need. You can refer this particular paper. It's really very interesting, and you can go through. I will share the link if you want to have. So, or you can go onto the Google Scholar and just type attention is all that you need. You will be able to get that research paper. Go through with that, and it will give you ample amount of informations, and just try to consume that information. It will be a good, you can say, step towards the generative AI. Okay, moving further, I already mentioned that we are having two main blocks or two main parts. Once we are talking about the transformer architecture, and that is attention mechanism, that is going to retain the context and feed forward neural network. This is nothing but MLP layer, multi-layer perceptron. And over here, if like I'm trying to, and that is that is going to, you can say, fetch the information, or you can say knows about the facts. And how it knows about the facts? Because it fetches the information from the external sources, and external sources can be anything. So it knows about the fact, or it is going to extract the information, fetch the information in order to serve. So over here, I have mentioned one sentence. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of, and this is the blank space. Now, what is the normal process? What is being happening over here? So I'm going to divide this sentence into tokens, and we have seen this particular stuff in our previous session, and we have gone through uh, with OpenAI platform, and there we have seen the embedding related stuff. So then dividing these particular things into tokens, then tokens to tokens IDs, and then tokens will be embedded into vectors. Okay, so if you were not available, let me try to show you just what we need to do. Platform or OpenAI embedding. Embeddings, and this is going to provide me developers. Let me, this is not the stuff. I just need to go to the platform. OpenAI embedding. Platform.openai. Mhm. Platform tokenizer. I just need to go into this particular page. And we have seen this particular stuff. Say Narendra Modi is Prime Minister of India. Okay, and so just have a look over here. What is being happening over here? So first of all, like the sentence is converted into tokens. So I'm having 9 tokens over here. NAR is one token. With the help of color coding, we are able to see the tokens over here. So NAR is one token, ENDRA is another token, MODI is another token, is another token. So in this particular way, like I'm having the 9 tokens over here, total 41 characters. So the word or sentence is converted into tokens, and then tokens are converted into token IDs. If you want to see the token IDs, so these are nothing but the token IDs with respect to this particular sentence, what we have given. Now, this is perfectly fine. Like the sentence is converted into tokens and tokens into token ID. Now, what is being happening? Why I just need to do this particular stuff? Because the computer is not able to understand the natural language. it must be converted into some numerical values so that it will be able to understand it. So because of that only, like we just need to have certain tokenization mechanism and different types of tokenizer schemes we are having inside the market. And if we talk about the tech or technology or main base, so three types of tokenization schemes are there: word level, subword level, and character level. We have seen it in detail. In our previous session, we have gone through with this. So the sentence is converted into tokens and tokens into token IDs, and then the tokens will be embedded into vectors. Now you just need to pay attention over here. I have generated the token IDs basically. So I just need to move in it into the vector space. Okay, tokens will be embedded into vector space. Now, basically, what is being happening in the GenAI world? I'm having lots of information, and I need to do the processing uh, in such a way that I will be able to fetch the information in a fast way. So if I'm talking about vector space, so I'm putting it into the multi-dimensional vector space, and you will be able to get this. So multi-dimensional vector space is with the open eyes, we are able to see the information in 3D view only. And if we are having more than 3 dimensions, then we will be able to the we will not be able to see with naked eyes. So that is the limitation of human body, because like we are not made in that particular way. But if we are talking about the computers and all, so they are able to fetch the information from multi-dimensional space. And multi-dimensional space is where, like, we are going to calculate the relationship among the different, you can say, tokens or keywords or words. You can take it in this particular way. And because of that only, over here, what is being happening, say I'm having this particular sentence: Narendra Modi is prime minister of. So each and every token will be placed inside the vector space, and from that vector space it is going to have the distance calculation. Try to focus on to the word distance calculation. So based upon the distance calculation, it is going to fetch the word which is having the least distance, and it is going to fetch the different keywords. You can take it in this particular way. Yeah, say if I'm saying colorful Indian festival, the LLM is providing me multiple information: Holi, Diwali, Tees, Christmas, okay, uh, Eid. It is providing me multiple information, but Holy will be very nearer to this particular context, or the probability of Holy is more. So how that particular probability is being calculated, that we are willing to learn with these particular exercises. So we are going to put the information inside the vector space, and this is, you can say, multi-dimensional space where we are putting the information, trying to calculate the distance among the tokens. And once we are able to, let me write it so that you will be able to get more understanding. So information, or you can say tokens, are put in multi-dimensional vector space, and vector space, then these tokens proceed with distance calculation. We will get multiple options. The token with least distance will have higher probability, and that will be considered as the final output. Okay. So let me try to explain it with one website that is nothing but Polo Club. Polo Club. And it is going to explain the transformers. Now, over here, I can say so I can take this example. So this is showing artificial intelligence is transforming the, okay, you can take in this particular way, like Prime Minister Modi is Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of space. So over here it is going to predict different keywords over here. Say way, world, lives, field, future, workspace, industry, entire, human. So I'm able to see multiple keywords over here as an output, and this way is having 52% probability. Yeah, if you are able to see probability is now what is being happening. So the artificial intelligence, the sentence is broken into tokens, artificial intelligence. Yeah. So art is one token, IFICIEL is another token, intelligence is another token, is another token, transforming is another token. So like I have divided over here the transformer explain what it is showing. The sentence is broken into tokens, then we are going to add some positional encoding as well, like what is the position of uh, each and every keyword, because like if the position is not maintained, the output might be changed. Okay, output may change if the position is not maintained. So position encoding is being done over here, and then I will be able to get the embedding and all. So then this particular stuff is given to the transformer block. And if we are able to see, so transformer block is having two phases, say multi-head attention, multi-head self-attention. So attention is there, and then MLP is there, multi-layer perceptron. So attention is there, and what is being happening over here? So this is nothing but matrix multiplication over here. So what is happening inside the attention block, we will see mathematically. So there's no need to worry about that particular aspect. At this moment, we just need to pay attention, like what is being from the output perspective. So attention mechanism is going to retain the context, and how it is going to retain the context based upon certain matrix multiplication and all, and we will see it. Okay, no need to worry, just you need to pay attention towards the outcome, and outcome is attention block is going to retain the context. Now I'm able to retain the context. Then what I need to do, I need to give it to the MLP. So MLP is multi-layer perceptron, and then perceptron is going to you can say utilize the external information. Just have a look. multi-layer perceptron, the attention output goes through the through an MLP to refine token representation. A linear layer changes embedding values, the size. It is a little bit in mathematical way. Uh, Passes each values, GALU. Okay, we'll discuss about this. So this is not a straightforward that you can take it. Logit and all will discuss about these particular things. But the main motto from the output perspective, what you need to see, it is going to utilize the external information in order to uh, fill this particular blank space. So based upon the context that we are having from the attention phase, it is going to fetch the information, and once it is going to fetch information, we are having multiple options. And those particular multiple options are having different probabilities, and we can tune or tweak this probability based upon the temperature. If we are going to minimize the temperature, okay, so it is going to provide me, or it is going to reduce the diversification. If I'm moving temperatures towards zero, so it means I'm reducing the diversification inside the output. It means I will be able to get one output, two output based upon the value of the temperature. And if it is towards zero, so less diversification will be there. Like I will be having less values or less values in the output. But if I'm going to increase the temperature, so the diversification will be more. So over here, say the way is having 49% probability, but the world is having say 41 probability. Live is having say 4% probability, and if I'm going to increase it more, so probably it will change the output as well. Okay, so the output is changed to say filled. Now way is 26, world is 25, lives is 17%. So in this particular way, the if I'm varying the temperature towards higher side, towards 1, 2, 3, whatever, so it is going to add diversification inside the output. You can think in this particular way. India is a diversified country. What it means, we are having the people of the different religions, different, you can say, food habits, different wearing habits or cloth habits. So diversification in terms of culture, festivals, uh, and their lifestyle. Okay, so it means we India is encouraging more and more of kind of, you can say, pupil to live in. Okay, and in the same fashion, if we are adding more, if we are increasing the temperature, so diversification will be added to the LLM output. Okay, so I quoted a word LLM over here. So LLM is nothing but large language model, and these particular, you can say, blocks. The transformer block is utilized inside the LLM only. So if LLM is having diversification, or if you your manager or your lead is saying you just need to add diversification inside the output, what do you need to do? You just need to increase the temperature. So we'll be having detailed discussion about these particular things, no need to worry. But this is like what we are able to see over here inside the transformer architecture. Okay, so I'm taking a pause for a minute. If you guys are having any doubt, you can ask. Is it fine with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Now we have seen this particular stuff. So we are having values inside the vector space, and vector is nothing but one dimensional array. Matrix is two-dimensional array. Okay, and inside the 3D space, if we have one vector, say 2, 4, 5, is it will be represented it in say x, y, and z direction. So this is the third three-dimensional, you can say 3D space. And if the vector is having these two values, so you can take it in this particular way. We are talking about 3 dimensions only, and we are able to visualize. But if we are having say 4 dimensions, you will see, we will have detailed discussion. So with the help of vectors, like informations are represented into multi-dimensional array related stuff. Now, I'm going slow over here, because I just want to provide a detailed insight, and you will be able to grasp the things. So I will be moving slow because this particular piece is the most toughest, you can say, piece inside the GenAI field. What we are going to cover. So you just need to pay attention over here, because these are the basic building blocks, and you need to grasp this information. And if you are having this information, the GenAI journey will be very simple for all of you. So just pay attention. These are the building blocks, and these are in order to boost your knowledge only. Probably once we are going to utilize the actual, you can say, GenAI field, GenAI, you can say, knowledge or algorithms or LLMs and all. So at that moment it will be utilized in such a way that you will be able to recall, so yeah, this is the stuff what I have studied in our previous sessions, and I'm applying it over here. If you are able to pay attention, although like if you are not paying attention, then what will happen, you will be able to learn like how to apply, but you will not be having the context like why I am using this particular stuff over here. So using with, you can say, knowledge, or using without knowledge, those particular things are there which will create the difference. So what I want to all of you, you just need to pay attention in these particular sessions, and these sessions are required to build your base. Okay, so over here, just have a look for this particular two-dimensional view, and in this particular two-dimensional view, what we are able to see, the gender is say one dimension, and age is the another dimension. Now, over here, if and with respect to gender and age, there are the certain values. Say boy, a boy will be, you can say, transformed to say man, and then grandfather, father, and what will be the factor by which it is going to move? The boy will be moving towards man and grandfather. So it is the age only. Yeah. In the same fashion, what we are able to see over here, the infant is there, that will be, you can say, grown to child, and child will be adult, and girl will be woman, and woman will be say grandmother. So this is about the two-dimension stuff. And if we are going to capture the information, say grandfather is what, it is 1 at the gender axis and 9 at the age axis. So 9 is at the age axis. Man is 1 at the gender axis and 7 at the age axis. In the say, so in this particular way, what I have done, I have prepared this particular, you can say, matrix related stuff, what I can say, or the one-dimensional array related stuff I have prepared. Now, here infant is at a shorter distance from the child, which shows similarity between the two. So over here, what I have mentioned, say in the previous example, Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. So if like it is plotted in this particular multi-dimensional array, so I will be able to have the calculation of, say, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then I will be able to see somewhere India, and then that will be the output for me. So over here, infant is closer to child. Okay, so it denotes, say, the infant will be moved towards child if it is having shorter distance. Huh? Boy is having shorter distance from man, and it is having, say, more distance from girl. Okay, it is having, say, a little bit. Uh, Boy is having a little bit more distance from man. So boy will be first like man, and then it will be, say, adult. In the same way, it is having more distance towards girl. Huh? So if someone is asking me, say, boy will be transforming to what? So based upon this particular distance, like I will be able to see, say, man. Okay, girl, it will be, say, woman. Okay, so I'm able to see with the help of the distance. Now, what is being happening over here? I'm going to say take more examples. Let me try to open a website which is having all of these particular stuff. What I'm betting. So I have captured these particular things from this particular website. Okay, so this particular word coordinates has been prepared based upon the given matrix. Now, say this we have discussed, like we have prepared these particular coordinates. Now, over here, what you just need to do, like, say, how would you represent the word grandfather, grandparent, teenager, and octo guardian? Huh? So you just need to put these particular words over here. Huh? Say grandparent, octo guardian, grandmother. So I discussed about those particular things. Huh? And then you will be able to see, say, grandmother, it will be 9 and 9. So 9 at the gender axis and 9 at the age axis. Huh? Grandparent 5 and say 9. Huh? So this is 5 at the gender axis and 9 at the age axis. Huh? So teenager, and also will be able to get the information. Huh? Now we just like put certain words based upon the age and gender dimension, and we have just prepared the word coordinates. Huh? Then we have added one more dimension over here, that is the royalty. Huh? So royalty dimension has been added, that is prince, king, and queen. So if we are going to fetch the word coordinates from this particular 3D semantic feature space, so man is, say, 1 at the gender axis, 7 at gender axis, this is say man, and say man is 1 at the gender axis, so this is a man, and it is 7 at the age axis. Huh? So this is the age axis, and man is over here 7 somewhere. Okay, and then it is a 1 at the royalty axis. This is the royalty axis, and man is, this is the royalty axis basically, and over here the information is 1, and this is a age axis basically. Okay, so in this particular way, what I'm able to see, uh, so one more, you can say, after adding the more dimension, say royalty dimension, these are the values. Now what I will do, say, if I'm having the values of king and I'm having the values of man, so king minus man is what? 018. Huh? king minus man, and then woman, king minus one plus woman equal to queen. So 988. So let me try to visualize it. So it is a little bit, you can say, good to understand basically the motive behind this word embedding. So I'm having these particular values. Yeah. This is a picture. Mhm. Okay. So king is 188. King is 188. This is a king. It is a, on gender axis it is 1. On royalty axis it is 8. Okay. 1 at gender axis, 1 at royalty axis, and 8 is onto the age axis. King is 188. Okay. King is 188. And man is what? Man is 170. Okay. So it is, this is a man, and it is a 1 at the 1 at the gender axis. Okay. Man is 1 at the gender axis. So I'm just trying to fetch the information from this. So man is 1 at the gender axis, 7 at the age axis, and then 1 at the royalty axis. It is 0. Why it is giving 0? Royalty axis, it is what it has done. So king minus mana, king minus man. This is 0.
So royalty 0 ही होगा मैन का.
0. So this is at the 0. The value is 0, and this is a gender, age, and royalty. So what I'm trying to say, if we are, you can say, deducting king minus man. So king is 1, man is 1, so it is 0. Is 7, age is 8, and man age is 7, so it is 1. And royalty is 8, and 8 minus 0 is 8. So king minus man is 0, 1, 8, and woman is what? So what I'm trying to say over here, if I'm going to say reduce king minus man, okay, king minus man, okay, and then I will add woman to it, king minus man, and I will add woman to it, so it will be queen. So king minus man plus woman, so it will be queen basically. So I am not having the information about queen, but based upon this distance calculation related stuff, I will be able to predict the queen information. This is the normal, you can say, stuff what I am willing to say. So if I'm having the context of king and man, okay, and woman, so the queen information is not given over here, but I will be able to predict the queen information. You can take it in this particular way. Say Holi is the colorful Indian festival. Say Holi. Okay, so Holi information is not there. Queen information is not available over here in this particular, you can say, 3D space. At this moment, we are talking about 3D space. We are talking about the 3 dimension view only, but in the large language model, the BERT model, we are having 46 dimension. In the GPT-3, okay, GPT-3 is having 12,288 dimensions. Okay, you can think in this particular way, like we are having more and more dimensions. So if the things are there in multi vector space, and I just need to calculate the distance and how the distance is being calculated, like something is added and it is deducted somewhere, then I will be able to get the new information, no? So this is what, like, we this particular example is trying to show. So I'm able to say predict the queen information now. So, and the same stuff is given over here. Say woman is moving towards queen, man is towards king, and girl is a princess, boy is a prince. So onto the age and gender axis, if like I need to move towards the royalty axis, so these are the things. This will be like the how the distance is being calculated over here. Okay, so our LLM is going. We are having one LLM, and let me try to show. We'll discuss about these particular things, Euclidean distance and all. Okay, but I just want to show these particular things on a website. Okay, what to vector? Probably we will be able to see. You can go through with these particular threads. These are really very good. I just want to word embedding demo. Okay. This is the code basically. I don't want to see the code. TensorFlow embedding. Written to demo. So it will take times. It will take some time. So we'll be having a detailed discussion with rest of the stuff. So I just what we have discussed with respect to this particular word embedding. First, we have discussed about the two-dimensional view, where we have captured the values of each and every you can say uh, word or token at different dimension, age, gender, and age. Then we have considered one more dimension, that is royalty, and then captured the word coordinates. And then we try to do what, like based upon say some calculations and all, we are trying to predict the you can say new information, or like embedding of the say queen and all, so that we have seen. So in tomorrow's session we'll see more about the word embedding, but I just want to show you. So I just want to show you this particular say uncle, boy, he, on, girl, sheep. Okay, so these are nothing but certain words, and this is having say 126 dimensions and all. Okay, and 85%. Okay, so this is the same stuff, and what I want to show. Okay, so man is to king, woman is to what? Okay, so if I'm going to submit, the man is king and woman is what? Woman is to what? So it will provide me the information. Submit. So it is showing say queen and how the queen is how the queen is coming. So king minus man plus woman equal to queen. So it is going to calculate it. So let me try to give you some more example. If India is say Delhi, then Pakistan is what? Let me see like if it is having that particular knowledge and all. So Pakistan is Islamabad, and how it is calculated. So it is having vector notation Delhi minus India plus Pakistan equal to Islamabad. So you will be able to see it into the multi-dimensional vector space. So how in this particular way the calculations are being happening. Okay, probably you are able to create the image, and that might not be perfect at this moment, but probably you are able to visualize how the things are happening internally. We have seen 2D dimension, then 3D dimensions, we try to calculate something, and now we are trying to have the calculations of the different things and how it is being, you can say, represented onto the multi-dimensional vector space. Okay, you can, I will provide you the you can say uh, these particular threads, and you try to do the practice at your end, and just have a look. This is the vector visualization, and on to the vector visualization, and this is say what the distance calculation is being happening over here, and these are the like the features what we are having. If we are talking about say the features over here, in this particular way, at this moment we are having three features only: gender, age, and royalty. So based upon three features, we are able to have we are able to predict the queen and all. But with from this particular example, so it is having say 300 dimensions. It is having 300 dimensions. So it is having 300 features category. Okay, this is 3D view, and the this particular example, this particular word example, it is having 300 dimensions. So from the 300 dimensions, it is going to provide me the information, the idea, and these particular 300 dimensions are captured once the model is pre-trained, correct? And it is able to fetch the information from pre-training piece only. It is there somewhere in its, you can say, knowledge base. I haven't mentioned say Pakistan. I have just mentioned the Pakistan. It is able to predict Islamabad. It is able to not predict but generate. Are you able to get all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap up the today's session. Tomorrow we'll start the discussion from the word embedding itself, and we will see the distance calculation piece and all. So that's it for today. If you guys are having any issue, anything that you want to ask, you can.
No issues, all good.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.